Hey guys, you're watching the one and only. My name is AJ. Welcome back to another episode and the last episode of Let's Build an Adventure Map. Now I know I said that we were going to go to episode 50 because it would have been a nice round number to finish up on, but I've been busting my head for the last 2 weeks or more, and I know you guys sent in a load of ideas for side quests for the last sort of 2 episodes, but no one could think, including myself, of something different enough. You've got to think about what we've already got. You know, in the adventure map, in the storyline itself, we've got a boss battle, a dragon fight, an arena, a redstone challenge, a parkour challenge, a find the button challenge. And then we've got, like, the side quests of a zombie horde that we need to hold back. We've got, hidden areas, we've got a maze, we've got hidden legendary items, you know, in the graveyard and stuff like that. We've covered pretty much everything in a really nice packaged way, and I don't want anything that just does exactly the same thing. I don't want to have another redstone challenge, I don't want to have another maze. We've already done it. And to be honest, there's already enough command block stuff that I've got to do, so I don't really want to add more. Command blocks, they're great and everything, but they are hard work. They do take a little while to program and get all the text written out, because it's still actually quite a slow method. But for your benefit, and my benefit also, for this last episode, we're going to go through the adventure map. Not as if we were playing it, because obviously nothing's set up, but we're going to go through the order of events. One, so we get to see everything that we've built in this series, which is a tremendous amount. So much done in 48 episodes, or 47 episodes technically, because this is number 48. And also for my benefit, because when it comes to actually doing the command block side of things, I'll have a really good video reference of the order of events. You see? So we get to sort of play it through as if we would. So we start off at the boat. Our ship has crashed into the side of this giant island here. We don't really know why it crashed, but it's all sort of broken up. There's some resources sort of lying about. Here's some little armor bits. Nothing in that one. I should put something in that one. And I think, isn't there like a hidden chest down here? If there isn't, I should do one. I should do like a hidden chest down there or something like that. And we've obviously got the button to give us our initial book, to give us the rules and stuff like that. So once we get onto the island, there's a path that sort of leads us to the first location. It's sort of like a silent hint on where to go. And we come across a bandit camp. At this bandit camp, there's a few tents with, again, a few resources splayed out that we might be able to take. It looks like we've had a fire here. Oh, I bet that's a lightning strike. That's a lightning strike that we've had right there. That's crazy. Okay, so we'll fix the lightning strike. At this bandit camp, they won't let you in at first. They says, no, you're not coming in, you're an outsider. And you say, look, I really need your help. I really need your help. My ship has crashed, and I need to get back home. I don't even live at this island. I don't know where I am. And they say, okay then, if this is new to you, we'll help you out as long as you help us out first. Our pet pig, Reuben, wandered into the mine nearby, which is just located behind this tree. If you can get him out alive, I think you have to get him out alive. I think I put like a failsafe in where he's got to get out alive. If not, I'll put one in. Or I might make him invincible. Yeah, I can probably make the pig invincible, can't I? Because if he dies, how are we going to get another one? Yeah, so I'll make the pig invincible. This is why I'm running through, you see? So I can tell myself notes when I'm programming away over the next few months, probably. It's not going to be done like by next week or nothing like that, and there won't be a download because there's no point having a download of a dead world that doesn't really do anything at the minute. So you go through the mine and there's a few spawners about. Even though it's lit up, the spawners will still work in survival world. There we go, look, the zombies and stuff like that. There's even what looks like to be a naturally spawned creeper. And you come right down to the bottom where there's a lever, and you can pull the lever and it releases Reuben from a little bit of a cave-in that happened. There's a lead in the chest that you can then lead him back out to the top with. Once you get back out at the top, the villager will change what he says, because there's like a little redstone thing that happens down there which changes what he says next. And he says, excellent. He says, yeah, come in. So the fences drop down so we can walk into the bandit camp, loot everything up. And he says, look, he says, I'm sorry to sort of trick you in a way, but I can't help you. There's nothing that we can really do to help you. You know, we to survive, we have to plunder and steal. We don't have the resources to get you back home. But there is a big city nearby, big town at least. Maybe you can speak to the king there, and maybe he'll be able to help you get back. So you say, okay then, and off you go. So you come down through the path, over a beautiful little bridge. There's a load of paths that still need to be built, and there's a load of bridges that still need to be built. But I should be able to find all the locations. I can always warp to them. So we come through here, and the first place that we come across is a little village, not the town that the bandits told us about, but just like a little stop-off area. Elm's Village, look, as we walk into it. They're even breeding. I don't think I put a baby one down. I bet there's probably more villagers here than there ever was before when I first placed them down. That's crazy. So, again, this is just another place that you can sort of plunder. We're just getting out of the sort of a tutorial part of the adventure map, building up a few resources before we start doing anything crazy. Any battles and fights and stuff like that. You know, we've had a little bit of a start with the zombies just to get your whistle wet, but nothing really big or dangerous. So there's some gold and some items around here to help you out. And once you sort of plundered it all, we can carry on through. Look at the size of that bunny. That bunny could literally hunt that child. Go no! Villager! He's going to eat you! Or maybe they're friends. He should ride him. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? Baby villagers riding rabbits. Someone make the mod for it. That'd be a great mod. So we wander through this very thick and dense forest, potentially with zombies and stuff in because of how dark it is. This is like proper thick. In fact, that's sort of grown a little bit too much. I put loads of saplings down, so eventually they might actually all end up growing. It's a really cool look though. It's proper dense. You got to like fight your way through it. Okay, so we come down here, all the way across until we get to the Sunfield Forest, which is a beautiful looking forest. Plain, sorry, the grasslands, whatever you want to call it. Really nice one. I do like it. And there's an optional, our first sort of optional area that we can visit down here. If I pop down here, sort of like a Stonehenge-like ruin, a little bit overgrown now with vines and the such. And we can walk over here, and it's the ruined maze. We can drop down inside the ruined maze. And as you can imagine, it is actually a maze. And I'm not going to stand on the pressure plate because it sets off the sort of mini quest, if you like. But it is an actual maze, and at the end is just some better armor. I think it's chainmail armor at the end. So if you do it, you end up with better stuff. If you don't do it, then it's not really game breaking. It doesn't make it any more difficult. Well, it makes it a little bit more difficult, but it doesn't make it impossible to complete the rest of the game. What is that? Oh, it's just like a little area. So we can now follow the path to where it ends, but I think if we carry on this way, we're like in a diagonal. Yes, we get to the main castle, so it is quite a trek. We'll have to make sure to put... Oh, my phone. We'll have to make sure to put in the command blocks at the bandit camp that he says it's a long way. It's not close by, because that is quite a few blocks to travel. And we come across this big old drawbridge. Now we can hit the buttons. This is my first actual command block. My first actual command block play that I done. I hadn't really touched them before this, but we can extend the drawbridge. That is so cool, and we can retract it from this side as well. I've never done anything like that in Minecraft before, you know, without mods or anything. And then we can retract it again behind us. That's so cool. I really like that. It took so long to do the commands for that alone. In here somewhere. Yeah. So these are all the command blocks just to do that bridge, to make it appear and disappear. as you can imagine, that's why I can't make the airship move at the end, because if the bridge takes that much, I mean, that's like an hour or two's work. It's ridiculous how long it takes, but I am very, very pleased on how it turned out. Okay, so we can now walk up, enter the inside of the walls here, where we will have villagers located inside these stores that will sell stuff. I shall be able to get some custom trade villagers, and we'll be able to buy food using, I think it's gold nuggets as the currency on this world, that can be found anywhere in houses, in chests and stuff like that, just sort of strewn about in places. We'll be able to buy food, we'll be able to buy weapons from the blacksmith, and armor, maybe enchanted stuff if you've got enough, but they're a little bit more expensive. You know, just general like purchases. Hey pig, that's the mayor of the town, I think. Really beautiful area. If I come up here, we can sort of see the size of it. Nice trees strewn about. We've got like a little ponded area. Street lights strewn all about everywhere. Benches. The little church in the middle. We've got these banners that go over the tops of the of the path road here. All these houses are all accessible and have interiors. Little stalls everywhere. We've got the top of the graveyard here. We're sort of a little bit above it. It's really nice because it's terraformed a little bit as well. The whole thing isn't flat. You know, you have to go up and down stairs and down bits again and up other bits. Really nice. I very rarely build on hills or on natural terrain. I do usually flatten it out just because I find it easier, really. Little blacksmith here. But yeah, you know, it was nice to build in. Well, did that burn all that way as well? That's why the lava's gone, maybe. I didn't fix it. Really nice to build on a hill for once. It's something that I hadn't ever done before. How did that burn? The cobblestone wall. Did cobblestone walls burn? Maybe. Or it was another lightning strike. I know, being a server, it's running all the time, even if I'm not there. So maybe the lightning strikes when I'm not here. Oh yeah, and the banners I've forgotten on there. That's the one. I knew people kept saying that. I couldn't remember what one it was. I couldn't find it. Now there is a secret. There is a secret somewhere in here. There we go. If you step on those two pressure plates, which is disguised as a path, but if you listen very carefully, on two of them, a piston moves, and if you stepped on both of them without stepping on the original one, so if I step on it again, it closes up. You need to step on them both once, and a secret grave opens up with Crimson Blade inside, a subscriber named sword in there, and then we made like a little skeleton. I think it's a pretty good skeleton. So we can then cover that up by stepping on that pressure plate, and to make sure it's doubly locked, that one as well. Okay, wonderful. So we come inside the castle here after we've done all of our business in the city, and we go to the king and we say, look, we need help. I need help, not we. there isn't a group of us behind me. I need help. My boat has crashed. I don't know where I am. I don't know this land. I need a way home. There's no king there yet, by the way. And he says, like everyone else, sorry, I can't help you. I'm too busy with running my city. I can't help some stranger get back home because he crashed his ship. There might be someone who's willing to help you, though, although he's a little bit mad. He's a little bit crazy, and he points you towards a mad scientist. But while we're here, we can wander around the castle. We've got like a little outside area. There's some. I should put some torches down to stop that from happening. This is just because we're at an altitude that snow sort of forms at tops of mountains and stuff. We've got anything over this side. Oh yeah, the kitchenette around the side. Really lovely castle. And then we can go up to some bedrooms and the towers, and we can go down to the prison. Now, when we're playing the actual story mode, this will be covered up with a block, and there'll be the iron door covering up that. And we won't be able to get in there. We won't be able to tell that there was a hole there or anything until later on. Oh no! I'm sorry, little guy. So yeah, we can come down in the prison, have a look down here. If you haven't got chainmail armor by now, you might be able to nick the chainmail armor off those item stands. And then we can head off to the Mad Scientist. Now, the Mad Scientist is located, I think, this way. I think it's this way. Yes, the Mad Scientist's Island. Now, currently, the only way in is either a super amazing ender pearl shot or going up the water to get in. There is other ways that we can do it. We can do a teleportation, which is no problem, using a proximity device, or, you know, with command blocks, a pressure plate, or nether portals. Nether portals are a little bit slower. I would probably end up doing a teleportation device just to stick us right to the top. So right up the top here, we have this sort of path that's sort of falling down off the cliff because it's been taken from the island below. We can even see the whole look of where this island used to be, and it's now filling up with water from the swamp water that's up here. Really nice area up here. I really, really like it. That black beacon, is that because of the black stained glass? I think it is. I might change that to a different colour because the black looks very, very strange, doesn't it? Ugly almost. I didn't even realise that before. So on the inside here, how do we close that up again? We have something. Is it just a lever for the moment? Nothing is set up at the moment. So we need to have, I need to make sure to do that then. We need to have some sort of, don't stand on there, some sort of activation for the piston to come out. So we can't go down, and we wanted to probably activate from the top here, where we're going to have our Mad Scientist. It's a pretty basic interior because there's not really much that we can do in a space like this, but it is a nice sort of normal looking interior. You know, you think, well, he's not that crazy. I mean, this is an acceptable looking house. Or did I show you it from the outside the building? I don't think I did, properly at least. Oh, get down there faster. Nope, we can't get down there any faster. But when we get to the top there, the Mad Scientist is up there, and he says, yes, I will help you. I will help you out to get back home. But you're going to have to help me at the same time, because we're going to have to get off this island. I want to get off this island as well, so we can go together, and I'll just drop you off. He says, join me in my lair. In my laboratory, and then the piston can retract, and you'll be able to travel all the way down to where you now realize that he's a Mad Scientist. We've got lava and water. We've got, I hate that. Why did I do that for? That looks disgusting. They're end portal frames. I have no idea why I done that. This is where the portal originates from. We've got brewing stands, and we've got weird glass. We've got this, which is either stopped or I have a switch for it. We have this, which is broken, but I can fix. That's meant to rotate as it goes round. Obviously, the redstone has broken as I've got further away. And while he's down here, he says, look, see, I do know what I'm doing. I have a airship, but it's not ready to go. I need 3 things. He says, I need to have a strength. I need to make it stronger. I need to make it faster. And what was the last one? Stronger, faster. I can't remember. And something else. Stronger, faster. Oh yeah, and I need to lift it off the ground. It's an airship, but I can't find any anything to get it off the ground. Any sort of material or air type thing to lift it up. So the first place that you go is to the fighting the big boss, the zombie boss, which I think is this way. Yes, in here. So we'll have a path, obviously, leading to this little mountain. It's just in view, which is nice. But we have a path leading into here where we have our first boss fight. We have a giant goblin here, and we need to shoot with a bow and arrow to knock all of the minecarts off. Once we do that, this path will appear, which isn't there by default. That'll all appear out of thin air. You'll be able to travel down behind and pick up the bone meal, which is the strength. It's the bone armor of this goblin, which is strong enough to withstand all of the weather that the airship would have to travel through in order to make it off the island safely. Apparently, this island is surrounded by very dangerous very dangerous weathers and stuff that you have to be very, very well protected for. Probably why our ship crashed when we travelled too close. So we go back and we talk to the mad scientist and we say, we've got it, what's next? You know, I've defeated the goblin, where have I got to go next? And he says, well, the next one, the next place, we need to get some speed. We need to be able to get through a tornado and survive it with the armor, but we need the speed in order to drive ourselves through these strong winds from this tornado, which is battling a kraken. He says the only problem is that there's a chest inside the kraken that can only be obtained by winning the arena fight. So we travel down to the arena here, which is just by the goblin where we were before, and we have a huge arena here inspired by the Elder Scrolls Oblivion arena here, even with the Bloodworks down below, or something sort of similar to the Bloodworks. Obviously we only have the blue side because that's the only side that we need to do. We are blue team. Really nice here. Apparently I done these off-centered. Oh yeah, I did. You guys were correct again. I want the pumpkin. That one and that one, it should be. See, I read comments, I know. I just forget that I read them sometimes and forget to fix them. But yeah, now they're in line. Really cool though, like chests and beds all about. We can set spawns and all that kind of stuff. And then we can head up here and out into the arena. And I can do some cool command block stuff here with like iron gates that open up and close and stuff like that to be able to fight. So once we win it, we shall get they'll be like fighting against other different mobs and stuff like that. We'll be able to get the key, which we need to add to the entrance of the squid still. It's something that I forgot about until recently. But here's the kraken. Okay, giant cool looking kraken. We drop down inside. You've got to be quite quick because we have no potions of breathing or anything. We need to actually get down there. It is possible. We have tested it out. And then there's glowstone to sort of guide you to the top. We'll be able to park up, or you parkour up these teeth, and then you get out here. And then I might have maybe a door here would be good, or like a piston that is blocking our way. Like all you need is like 2 blocks here, or 1 block like that, and that blocks your way. But if you put down the lever or torch on the side here, flick it, it'll drag the piston back into the wall, and that's like the key that he was talking about to enter into the kraken here. So once you get in here, we've got 2 redstone torches and a lever. You need to complete the parkour in order to do the redstone puzzle that's up on this level, which opens up a 3x3 area up here, which has some loots, including the squid ink. And the squid ink is what gives us our speed. So there's the second boss battle done. Let's get out of here without breaking the squid. I've got to go the long way round. So we go back again. Obviously, we don't walk back, though, each time to the mad scientist. That would be a really dull thing to do. It teleports you back, maybe with like a black screen and says like 2 days later or 1 day later or something like that, as it takes to travel back. We say, and he says, yeah, excellent. He says, there's 2 bits done. There's just one final thing that we need. And he says, it's buoyancy, it's light. He says, now, this is a dangerous one. I'm not going to lie to you. This is a very dangerous place to go, he says. But you're going to have to go back to the town that you were at before you met me. He says, travel back there, stock up on supplies. The perfect time to stock up supplies. And then head down into the prison. I've let the people know that you're coming. And it should be all open and ready for you. So, once you've stocked up with decent supplies, we can head down. This door will then be opened up, and this hole will be visible. We'll be able to travel down here into the nether. So we travel through into the nether, which isn't really the nether for this adventure map. It's, in fact, a find the button room, which apparently is a thing. I didn't even know. People are saying don't make it out of snow, or put cobblestone around the snow because ghasts can shoot it. Ghasts can break snow, but to shoot they have to see you, and they can't see me. So, and I was in creative mode when I built it, so they weren't shooting at me then. And even if I was in survival mode, they can't see me, so they won't break it. But we've got 4 biomes that we've made inside the Nether. A sort of snow biome, a jungle biome, and then each one is a button, a single button hidden in each room. And once you find it, it will open up a door located just after the last one, which is after the mesa and the roofed forest. We've got our 4 doors here. Once you make it all the way through... I'll just bust my way through. Oh, let me through. Come on now. This is a long... I didn't expect this video to be quite as long. We end up in a exact replica of the stronghold. We'll be able to teleport through into the end to what will be your normal, ordinary dragon fight. But there's some, like, nether brick, almost like tentacles. People are saying I should make them out of obsidian instead. Sort of, but if I make them out of obsidian, they'll look like the towers, and I didn't want them to look like the towers, which is why I made them out of obsidian. I wanted it to look like really weird. But obviously there's the dragon fight here. You can parkour up some of these. The dragon can fly through them as well and break them, so you need to be very careful of that. Once you defeat the dragon, obviously the end portal will appear, and you'll be able to travel home. And we might either... Yeah, we need to have a chest appear that will give us a dragon-esque type item, which will be the 3rd item to make us be able to fly. Let's kill ourselves and get back home again. Respawn. Where are we? Oh, perfect. So, once we've... how did I spawn here? Did I sleep in a bed in here? I must have. Oh, yeah, I set the spawn, didn't I, when I done it? Once you've done that, it'll teleport you either to the mad scientist place or to this place, which is the boat that you've been getting your stuff for. This is the final part. Oh, I forgot about the side quest that we've done. I'll go back. I don't need to. We'll be alright. The final boat here. This is what we've been doing. So we've got the strengthening beams that we got from the bone goblin. We've got the speed of these turbines to get through the tornado, and we've got the buoyancy of dragon's breath, I think is what we said that we're going to use. We'll use a potion of something and rename it for dragon's breath to fill up that balloon in order to make it float. And there we go. That is the adventure map. You get back home safely, and it was a successful adventure. Yeah, and then we've obviously got that side quest that we built last episode with the shrine temple. I don't need to go over that. That was literally the last video that we done. And I know what I need to do with the command stuff. So, that is it for the series. It was a super, super fun series. And I enjoyed it greatly. So many awesome projects. Each project could have been its own series. The arena could have been its own series. This boat could have been its own series. The castle and village could have been its own series. But instead we combined them all together and made a really fun looking, at least to me, story. I think it'd make a brilliant little like written, typed out book story, just like as a short fantasy novel or something. That could be really cool. Obviously, it's not a in-depth storyline like actual books and stuff and actual films, but it's a fun Minecraft one. And all the builds were really, really cool. All the builds were fairly sort of new to me. It had been a while since I'd built an airship. It'd been a while since I'd never built really a squid before, apart from the like miniature one on the theme park. There was loads of really new stuff, which made it very, very interesting for me all the way through. And I think you guys enjoyed it as well. Thank you ever so much for sticking with me through 48 episodes of this series. We should be moving on to another Let's Build a Mansion type series next, starting at the beginning of next month. So look forward to that. If you guys enjoyed the series, then hit that like button. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe. But we shall see you in the next episode. Bye! Well, in the next series, not episode, in the next series.